Coastline, the meeting point. Nation building is not a task of only the executive arm of government, but everyone in government, either as an executive, legislature, or judiciary. One Nigerian that strongly believes in this is Honorable Tolulope Akande Sadipe, who is representing Oluyole Federal Constituency in the National Assembly.
It was simpler time. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles.
Honorable Tolulope believes that development of a nation starts from the grassroots, reason why she is leaving no stone unturned and making sure her people have access to basic things of life. In her own words, she feels fulfilled when she sees the joy on the faces of her constituents.
In my case, I have given myself selflessly to my community, to my constituency, to my people, and so I wouldn't call it enjoyment. I would call it sacrifice. But what I have enjoyed is a pleasure that I have seen on the face of my constituents, on the face of my children in the constituency, on the face of my sisters and my mothers in the constituency, on the faces of my brothers and my fathers in the constituency. And when I see the love that emanates from them, that is the part I enjoy, that the sacrifice has been worth it.
In the space of 3 years, Honorable Tolulope has transformed the people of her constituency in many ways, and in this chart with Gideon Tobiloba, she explains why she's moving fast and lists some of the major projects she has done.
For me, when I started, I came up with a game plan that I was going to work on. I called it rep. I sat down and I said, what do I want to do for my people? And I said, okay, I'm a rep. Let me think of something that I can coin that would always remind me of what is expected of me. So it was called REP. That's W for water, R for roads, E for education, E for empowerment, E for employment, and P for power. And I have tried to deliver in every single aspect of this responsibility. I have done so much that if I were to start reading, I would go on and on, but I'll touch on some of them. You know, it's very weird. I'm doing this thing not because I want to show off that I'm doing it. I've never sat down to quantify what I've done. I do it as is necessary. Like today, I know how many hospital bills I've paid. I do it. I don't quantify it because I'm not doing it because I want to showcase doing it. I'm doing it because it needs to be done. So what is important is, I can tell you the basic way I've done it. Socioeconomic. Let's talk about water. I have provided boreholes in 21 villages and across the 10 wards of my local government. With regards to power, which is the P in REP, I have provided 23 transformers, and God willing, more is coming. With regards to, I've talked about schools. With regards to schools, I've provided brand new school blocks, 12 across the local government as well, brand new, with all the furniture. And I do this in collaboration with the executive arm of government, obviously. And then with regards to empowerment, recently I just did cash grants to 200 beneficiaries, and they got between 50,000 to 25,000. There was another program, laptops, grinding machines, sewing machines, deep freezers, to another about 200 people. Training of 300 people in tie and dye. You know, Oyo State is famous for tie and dye, you know, but we lost it to Abeokuta. I'm trying to help build that culture back because now our people believe in our indigenous fabrics. You will see me a lot of days I wear a lot of our tie and dyes, and they're local tie and dyes. So I've also facilitated a lot of micro support. There was a time I did for 80 females. Another 57 youths and women got freezers, grinding machines again, cars for public transportation. I've done, the last one I did with cars was 16 mass transit vehicles. Cosmetology training for 200. Another 500 people, women and youths and men, benefited from a Medan program. I had another program again, which was sewing machines and grinding machines, because I give tangible stuff that you can use to generate. And I implore my people, don't sell them. If you sell them, they'll pay you peanuts for it. But if you use it, you continue to generate money forever and ever and ever. And I know someone who started off with one freezer and she has 3 freezers now. So she's selling drinks. She has like a little small pub now as well. And I've sponsored people from my constituency to attend programs here in Abuja on artisans. There was one I even did that was for tiling and masonry. I sent women for that because there's nothing we can't do. I have sponsored women with the COVID-19 palliative program. During COVID, I gave out 3,000. I gave out 3,000 naira to 1,000 people across the constituency. I provided water for hygiene during COVID to my people. I gave out sanitizers. And you see, I can't even quantify the number of medical bills I pay. One of the medical bills alone was 8.5 million naira. I read a petition on the floor of the House against the police because the police were trying to cover up that case. One of my constituents was hit by a drunk driver and he had to have brain surgery. I'm glad today that I was able to raise the money. When I was raising money for that, Mr. Speaker supported and gave money. Honorable Wasi, Deputy Speaker too, also gave money. So Speaker, Honorable Jabi Amila supported me and I was able to raise money from friends and my own contribution, but it cost me 8.5 million to make sure that guy lived because he had to open up his skull to stop the bleeding. And he was in hospital for a while and he had to be in intensive care. He couldn't be in a hospital. At one point, people were like moving mad because I was paying 250,000 a day in the intensive care, but I did not. He's alive to testify to what I just said. The other day, he sent me a message and it made me very, very happy. He can write, he's okay, he's had therapy, he's fine, and I give God the glory. His wife even recently had a baby. You know, and so many other medical bills like that I pay.
These are just few of the numerous dividend of democracy this outstanding lawmaker has brought to her people, and these are not without criticisms she classifies as distractions. When asked about her future plans politically, she has this to say.
I am not hoping to come back. I know God knows what's in my heart. I know God knows what I have done, and I am going to come back. The only way I won't come back is if God doesn't exist. Because I'm a strong believer in God. He is the ultimate. He created you. He created me. So whoever wants to contest against me, God will look at the intentions of their heart and look at the intentions of my heart. In spite of all the stumbling blocks they have put in my path since July of last year. But I still believe that God will do it. Because I keep saying, like when I contested in 2019, there was something I used to say when I went on the campaign trail, that the only way I won't win the election is if Oluyole has offended God. That's the only way I won't make it in here. But as long as Oluyole has not offended God, God is going to bring me in here to do the things I need to do. And you know what my people call me? They call me the Koshileri of Oluyole. That what I have been able to do, that it's never been done in my local government. I'm not indicting people who have been there before, but the records speak for itself.
Indeed, Honorable Tolulope Akande Sadipe can be said to be setting the pace for others to follow, not just in her state, but in every other state that makes up Nigeria.
And that's why I've been given a platform to do a lot of things that I want to do. I can't do it all at the same time, but I hope I'm given the opportunity and the time to do what I intend to do for my people and for Nigeria.
Coastline, the meat